Hello friends, welcome to the ASP.NET Core tutorial series. In this video we will discuss what all are the different type of the data passing technique in ASP.NET Core application we have. So in the previous video we have discussed what all are the different overloaded method we have and overloaded view we have in ASP.NET Core application, and we have seen like how we pass data from action method to the view, or we can say like how we pass a particular view with model from action method to the view. So that we have seen. So before proceeding with this video, I recommend you please watch part 25 of this tutorial series. So these are the techniques through that we can pass the data from the view to the from the action method to the view. Like using the view data, we have the view bag, we have the temp data, session, cookie and query string. So these all are the techniques, the way we use all these to pass the data from action method to the view or action method to the another action method. So in a bit we will see how all these works. So basically view data and view bag both are similar. Like these two are used to pass the data from action method to the view. If I want to pass the data between action method to another action method, then we can't use this view data in view bag. Then we have to use either session or we have to use the temp data. The purpose of the view data and view bag to pass the data from the action method to the view. And the difference between these two is the syntax error. One is like from view data, if we are using the view data, we have to do the typecasting. But in case of the view bag, no need to do the typecasting. And view data is basically a type of the dictionary. Like as a dictionary, we have to use the view data and we have to do the typecasting into the view side. So in a bit we will see like how we use the view data and the view bag. So temp data, what is the temp data? Is basically like you can pass the data from one controller to the another controller or action to the action. Means like I want to pass a data from one action method to the another action method, then I can use the temp data. Or if I want to pass the data from a particular action method to the view, then also I can use the temp data. And session, like you can maintain the data until you close the browser. It seems like ASP.NET session. So like when we run an application and until the browser doesn't close, we can use the session data. In other way, like in the .NET Core, session is a property of controller class whose type is HTTP session state base. So that is the property of this. And session is also used to pass the data between ASP.NET Core application, unlike the temp data. Like as I explained, like how we pass the data using the temp data, we use in similar way of the session. Only the session is we use to pass the data from the action to action, and the limit of this is 20 minutes. And session is valid for all requests, not for the single redirect. It also requires typecasting for getting the data and check for null value to avoid the error. And next is the cookie. So we know like cookie is basically a technique where we store the data into the cookie, or we can say into the browser. So we should not store the sensitive data on the browser side. Generally we store a user specific data which is not much critical to the user. So that kind of the data we store into the cookie. And next is the query string. So basically the query string, we pass the data into the URL, and like this data is basically visible into the URL. So we should do like we should not store the sensitive data, or we should not pass the sensitive data into the using the query string. So in the query string we should not pass the like sensitive data because it is visible to the end user. So these are the techniques basically we are having in the ASP.NET Core application. So let's start one by one how we can implement all these things into the ASP.NET Core application. So first is like the view bag. So for an example, like if I'm going to implement the view bag, so what we have to do, view bag here we have to do, and like in this view vec we have to attach one property, and I will give like any name you can give, and this view vec we will use into the view side. So anything you can give, like we can give like student name. So this property I have given, and here inside this one what I have given, like I am calling .NET Office. So this I have assigned inside the like action method, like view vec I have assigned inside the action method. So here basically we are having one spelling mistake. So that is view vec dot student name. So here we have taken a property, or what I will do here, instead of this my message I will put. So this view vec we have taken one property inside that one. Now this one we have to use inside the view side. So here for using it, like how I can do, here I will call it @view vec and that my message using the @ keyword. So basically the use of the view vec, like how we can do, if I want to pass a particular data from this controller to the view, then using the view vec we can use that particular view vec keyword, and then that we have to attach one property, and then we have to call like whatever the message we have to assign to this one. And like here you can see in the view side we are not doing any typecasting, and simply we are using in this way. Now let's run this application, and after running this application what we will do, we will navigate to that particular view, and then let's see what message it is giving here. So after running this application we have navigated to the home index. Now let's navigate to the student and get all student. So once I will navigate to this student and get all student, what we should see here, we should see all the information, and then we should see the data. So basically now currently we are getting an exception because we are not passing any model to this one. Like previously what we were doing, we were passing this model from here. So what I will do here, I will, let's close this one and let's copy this particular data from here, and here give 1, and this model I will pass it. So we will use that particular data. So now we are passing this model because in the previous video we have implemented that particular line. So now let's navigate to that particular here, and here we can see we are getting the message from the I am calling .NET Office, and that we are getting from this view vec. Now similar to this one we can pass the view data. So basically the way of passing the view data is in the way of the dictionary. So in this, if I will pass student model, and here what I will do, instead here I will copy this one and I will remove this model from here. So what I am doing, instead of passing that model using the view, I am taking the data into the student model. Now this view data I will use here, and how I will use it here is, so here we can use it, but with the view data what we have to do, we have to do the typecasting. So let's use it, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one variable called data, and then this part I will take, and here what we have to do, we have to do the typecasting, and typecasting we have to do for this one. So this typecasting I'm going to do here. Now here instead of this model what we have to do, we have to use the data. Now let's run this application. So generally what we have did here, now we are not passing the model, we simply taking the model data using the temp data, and then temp data we are doing the typecasting and we are getting all this stuff. So here you can see still we are getting the same data. Now let's go here and see what we have done. First of all, like in this, that model data we have passed into the view data, and here that student model we have done the typecasting, and then in the data we have taken it, and then similar to way we are doing. Now here basically in the view data we are passing the full model. If you want to do this way, then also you can do like the similar to this one. We have to pass this, and then again we have to do the typecasting as a string or like whatever the data type is we are assigning, same typecasting we have to do here. Now another thing, if I want to pass the temp data, so similar to this view data we have to use the temp data, my temp data. So how we can do like so this is called from temp data. Now this part we have to use into the view. So how I can use it here, similar to this one I can do. Now let's run this application. So after that view back data we will see the temp data. So now let's navigate to that particular view, and here we can see like this is called from the temp data. So this is the way of calling view back, temp data and view data. Now next is like session cookie and the query string. So basically like when we use this session, so in the startup.cs class here what we have to do, we have to use the session. So in the configure service is basically like we have to use the services dot use session. We have to like so add session we have to do, and inside this one like we have to pass the particular session value in like in as per this second overloaded method. We have to pass the session options, or we have the empty add session. And similar to this one what we have to do, we have to use the particular session. So app dot use session. So about this session and cookie we will talk in briefly when we will discuss more over on the middlewares, like how we create the middleware and how we use that custom middleware in ASP.NET Core application. So all these things we will discuss in the coming video. So as per in this video we have seen like what is the view back, view data and temp data, and using these how we will pass that particular data from the controller to the view. So that's it for this video. If you have any question and doubt, please comment. Thank you.